Hi, and welcome to the Big Bear Homestead. Today is episode number 6 in our Sustainable Living series. So today, we're going to talk about black soldier flies. All right, so today we're talking about the black soldier fly. Well, what is a black soldier fly? Well, the adult black soldier fly is a fly that looks like a little black wasp. And its lifespan is approximately 5 to 8 days. It has no functioning mouth parts whatsoever. Matter of fact, the adult black soldier fly is pretty useless. Its only real purpose once it hits the adult stage is to mate and die. So as a homesteader and a gardener, the adult black soldier fly is useless. Its only real purpose for us is to mate so the female can lay the eggs. So with that in mind, why do we want black soldier flies? So as a homesteader, a gardener, somebody that's trying to live a more sustainable life, why would we want a useless insect on our property? Well, the adult black soldier fly may be useless to us, but the larva is not. The black soldier fly larva has a very voracious appetite. It consumes a lot. Matter of fact, it consumes so much that it puts off a scent that your regular house fly and blowfly won't lay eggs or even be around an area where black soldier flies are. So with that being said, your black soldier fly larva can have, or it does have, two purposes on a homestead. One, it can take any garbage, trash that's degradable and turn it into compost. So that means, remember when I said in the other composting videos, you don't use meat to compost because it takes too long? Well, here you can put in rotted meat. You can put in freezer burnt meat, and they will consume it and turn it into wonderful compost. Not to be gross, but a lot of if you're a hunter or a trapper or a fisher, all those innards you can put in here and they'll turn it into compost instead of you trying to have to dig a hole somewhere and bury it. You feed it to your black soldier fly larva. Okay, so that's one purpose for them. Their second purpose is before they go into the adult stage, the larva will crawl away from its food source. So you can give it an area to crawl to where you can catch it, and then you can take that larva and you can feed it to your chickens. So now, not only do you have something that makes wonderful compost for you, you also have a way to supplement your animal feed. So now that we know why we want them around, how do we go about getting them? All right, so how do you go about getting black soldier flies on your homestead? Well, depending upon what part of the country you live, like here in the South, they're native here. It's warm enough here that they can pretty much be sustainable year round. So all you do is you go ahead and make your black soldier fly bin, which we'll cover in a minute, and put your chunks of cardboard in there. We'll go over this all in detail in a minute. And you can get your eggs. If you live in an area where they're not native, well, you got to go on the World Wide Web and you can order them. Now when ordering them, try to place your order right before spring, because their eggs can be stored in temperatures of about 50 to 60 degrees and be fine, and then when it warms up they will hatch. So the closer that you can get to your springtime when ordering them, the better chances you are of having a successful black soldier fly bin. So now that we know where we can get them, how do we keep them? All right, so how do you go about keeping black soldier flies? Well, as you can see right here behind me, we have our black soldier fly bin. Now we're gonna do a complete overhaul on this bin. It's a couple of years old. We put it together with just scrap wood that we had laying around. One, we wanted to prove to ourselves that it was really worth the effort, and it was. So we just build a long bin with lids and stuff on it. Now, in the springtime, what we do is we start to fill this up, but we put blocks of wood under here to keep it propped open just like this. That will encourage black soldier flies to come in and start to feast. Now, in the beginning, yes, we do get blowflies and houseflies in there, but how we know we're running full-blown black soldier flies is we no longer see those anymore once it's done. But this lid, you flip the lid up like such, and we'll bring you in here for a close-up, and you can see that it's just a flat bin. Now, that's where we put all of our meat and our composted materials, a lot of the carcasses that we get from hunting and trapping, and when we have a bird die or something like that, there's a lot of bones in here still that need to be cleaned out. But you'll also notice on either end we have a ramp. Now, this ramp funnels the larva up to one specific area, and then in that area, once they fall off, they're going to fall into a Tupperware container. That's how we collect our larvae to be able to feed to our birds. And that's pretty much it. Now, when we're running full-blown black soldier flies, we will take small chunks of cardboard and we'll hang them up in the back. And what we do that for, that is to promote the adult female to go into them and lay her eggs in there, so that way when they hatch, they come right back into the compost and they're going. You can run a black soldier fly compost bin from the first day after your last frost all the way up to your first frost, and maybe a little bit after that. We have a very long season down here in the south. Our bin is very simple. We have a door that we can pull from here, open and closed. That way it's a real quick, easy snatch and grab for our larva, and that's it. And you let the black soldier flies do all the work. Now we're gonna redo our bin, and we're gonna put, we're gonna take 3/4 inch to 1/2 inch plywood and do 1 sheets across the backs and the sides and the lids. I said we're just going to basically keep the same design. We're just going to put better wood on top of it, and we're going to paint it to protect it, because it has proven to us that it's very well worth the investment for here on the homestead. And that's basically it. That's a black soldier fly composting bin. Not a lot of work. The hardest part's putting the bin together. And if you live in the south, then you just fill it up and let the black soldier flies come to you. If you have to order your black soldier flies, then you order them from the internet at the appropriate time. You go ahead and put your eggs in there, let them hatch out, and it'll start the process, and you'll be good to go. Then right before your first frost, collect your cardboard, make sure you've got eggs in there, keep them in a refrigerator until next spring. Just make sure your temperature stays between 50 and 60 degrees, and you're good to go. And you can start it all over again. They produce a tremendous amount. A bin this size with ramps on either end it's safe to say that they produce about 1 pound of larvae in a week to a 2-week period. That's a lot of larvae. That's a lot of supplemental feed for your chickens, turkeys, quail. They'll all tear it up. Well, that does it for this video. Don't forget to check us out on the web at www.bigbearhomestead.com. Don't forget to come over to Facebook, give us the like. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter. I would like to invite everybody to our live shows twice a week, Monday and Saturday, as part of the Homestead Network. Since we're talking about the Homestead Network, I want to invite everybody to go to thehomesteadnetwork.com. That's thehomesteadnetwork.com. And there you can find all the other amazing YouTube channels that are part of the Homestead Network their day and time of their live streams. If you enjoyed this video and it helped you out, hey, do us a favor, give us the old thumbs up. We'd appreciate it. You could also share it. We definitely would love for you guys to share this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. All I ask is that I remind you guys to please be courteous to others. If you're new to the Big Bear Homestead and you like what you see, our little icon has been in the lower right hand corner of this entire video. All you got to do is click on that. That'll take you to the page to be able to subscribe. But hey, YouTube has changed. Don't stop there. There's a little gray bell that's right there beside where you click the button to subscribe. Click on that. Tell YouTube you want to get the notifications for when we put out a new video, so that way you don't miss any of our videos in our other series that we have going on in this channel. Well, that does it for today and this week in sustainable living. Please plan on joining us next week, where we show you guys how to build compost bins out of pallets. Thanks for coming by the Big Bear Homestead, and like always, have a nice day.